Hey, welcome back to Me Being Cheap. I am starting a new series called Rice and Beans. Believe it or not, there's actually a lot of people that don't know how to cook rice and or beans. So this series, I hope, will shed some light on that. We're going to explore a number of different things. One, that's shopping for your rice and beans. 2, storing your rice and beans. And 3, basic ways of preparing rice and beans using various techniques. So rice and beans are, people refer to them as cheap food or poor food, but they are food that can offer some basic nutrition. They store well if you buy the right type and know what you're doing, and they can be very cost effective. So in this video, we're going to talk about shopping for rice. Now, there are a couple types. This is brown rice. We're not going to talk about that today. Brown rice tends to be a little bit more expensive, and because the coating on the brown rice has not been removed, it tends to spoil. It's not as shelf stable. So if you get brown rice, which if you have some certain health conditions, diabetes or problems with your blood sugar being one of them, and need to use the brown rice, I would encourage you to vacuum seal it like I've done with this one, or keep it in your freezer. That's where I keep a lot of my brown rice. Today we're talking about just the white rice. When shopping, I picked up a couple items for the purpose of the video. I picked up some regular rice, I picked up boil and bag, and I picked up instant rice. And I've also seen frozen rice before, but when I went to the freezer section, the only frozen rice I could see was with the vegetables added already. And I have also seen canned rice before, but I did not see any. So for the purpose of today's videos, we're picking the most common forms. Now, I did go with the store brand because they tend to be the cheapest, but you would just have to watch for sales and get what's cheapest in your area.
The speaker has lost internet connection.
Thank you for that, Alexa. All right.
The speaker has lost internet connection.
Oh my goodness. We have regular rice. This is long grain white rice. Now, there's a ton of different rice. You know, there's rice for sushi. There's your white rice, or your long grain rice. There's your short grain rice. There's your jasmine rice, and what have you. But for the purpose of this video, we're just talking about your basic white rice. And this one happens to be long grain. This is boil and bag. And this is instant. Again, I went with the store brands because they were cheaper. So if you were to do like Minute Rice or Uncle Ben's or something like that, these would cost you more. Okay, so this white rice, instant rice, this box has about 9 servings. I don't know if you can see that or not. And I did save my receipts. The instant rice, this box cost $1.69, and there's 9 servings. This boil in bag, which it's basically plastic bags, there's little holes in it, and you can put it in the boiling water and it cooks. This box contains 8 servings, and it cost $1.59. This bag was $2.29 and contains 50 servings. So I'm going to get my handy dandy whiteboard and show you the math. So the instant rice cost about 18.7 cents per serving. The boil in bag cost about 19.8 cents per serving. And just the regular rice for 50 servings, it's about 4.5 cents. per serving. This is the cheapest alternative. So this is what we're going to focus on for the beans and rice videos. It's just your basic rice. This is a 5-pound bag of rice, and again, that's 50 servings. You can buy this in bulk and probably get a better deal on it, make it even cheaper. So if you live in a place where you can buy rice in bulk and it's cheaper than 4.5 cents per serving, you know, maybe you could purchase that and then, you know, go in with some neighbors or some friends or some other family members and break the bag down and make it even cheaper. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, was shopping for your rice. And future videos, we're going to talk about storing it, and then we're going to talk about additional ways to cook it. So I'm thinking we'll do rice in the Instapot, rice on top of the stove, rice on the campfire. Might even try rice in the microwave. I've never done that. And I'm going to show you guys how to make a little homemade emergency stove, and we'll try to do some rice on that. Again, I have not done that before either. So it'll be a learning experience for both of us. But my goal is to teach you some basic cooking techniques on some foods that store well, that are cheap, and when mixed with other items can offer some basic nutrition to sustain you. All right, so if you have any thoughts or comments on topics that we should talk about with beans and rice, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback. And yes, people will get tired of basic rice and basic beans. So I think later on in the series, we will also talk about some recipes, some different ways that you could cook these. So like red beans and rice or what have you. The choices of beans they're endless. There's so many different types. I did have another video on beans and how cost effective it is to get the dry beans and can them yourselves. And I went looking for that video, and I really thought I had uploaded it to this channel, but I'm not finding it, and I'm not seeing it on my other channel either. So I don't know if it's gone AWOL or if I'm just streaming that up, but I need to go for some, I need to go look, because I really don't want to repeat that if that information is already out there on my channel. But I did do a nice video on how to can the beans, or not necessarily how to can them, but how it's more cost efficient if you get the dry ones and then can them yourselves. So if I can find that, I will put it in the description below. I'll put a link to that video so that you can see that as well. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.